7 silent signs you may die in the next 30 days. I know that sounds terrifying, like the hardest thing you could possibly hear. But here is the truth, spoken from a place of deep medical care. Most adults over 60 who suffer a fatal medical event within a 30-day window gave clear physiological warning signs beforehand. Real, documented, medically recognized signs that their bodies were actively failing. But they and their families simply didn't know what those signs meant. They thought they were just getting older. What I am sharing today is backed by real, published medical research, because your life and the lives of the people you love deserve more than guesswork. You deserve facts, and you deserve to know them. I'm Dr. Ryan Vance, and I promise you, what I am sharing right now is 100% factual and based on real clinical medicine. So don't be in a hurry. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's start. In all my years treating patients over the age of 60, there is a distinct pattern I see when someone enters what we clinically call the chronic decline. This isn't like a sudden heart attack that happens out of nowhere. This is a 30-day window, a biological countdown. When your organs reach a point where they can no longer compensate for disease, your body initiates a specific shutdown sequence. It is slow at first. It disguises itself as fatigue. It disguises itself as a lack of appetite. And the greatest tragedy in modern medicine is that we have conditioned seniors to accept this decline as normal. Oh, my knees just hurt. Oh, I'm just slowing down because I'm 75. Listen to me. Systemic organ failure is not just aging. If we catch these signs within this 30-day window, many of these conditions are completely reversible. We can adjust medications, we can clear infections, we can stabilize the heart, we can pull you back from the edge. But you have to know what to look for. Stay with me until sign number 5 today, because that specific sign causes thousands of sudden, preventable deaths in seniors every single year. It happens while you are wide awake, and almost everyone mistakenly blames it on their blood sugar. Let's go through all 7 signs, right now. Sign number 1. Unexplained rapid muscle wasting, cardiac cachexia. You are losing weight and muscle mass rapidly, even though you are still eating. Most people step on the scale, see they've lost 5 pounds, and think, great, my diet is working. But if you are over 60 and you are losing weight without intentionally trying, especially in your arms, your shoulders, and your thighs, this is a massive red flag. In medicine, we call this cachexia, and specifically cardiac cachexia. Here is what is happening inside your body. When your heart begins to fail, or when a silent malignancy like cancer is growing, your body enters a hypermetabolic state. Your immune system starts releasing inflammatory cytokines. Your body realizes it is starving for oxygen and energy, so it does the unthinkable. It starts eating its own muscle tissue just to keep your vital organs alive. A landmark study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that unintentional weight loss of more than 5% of your body weight over a short period is one of the strongest predictors of mortality in older adults. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your collarbones. Look at the temples on the side of your head. If they suddenly look sunken, or if your clothes are hanging off you in a matter of weeks, your body is consuming itself. Do not celebrate unexplained weight loss. Report it to your doctor immediately. Sign number 2. Sudden air hunger while resting. Sign number 2. Feeling completely out of breath while doing absolutely nothing. I am not talking about getting winded after walking up a flight of stairs. That is a fitness issue. I am talking about sitting in your favorite recliner, watching television, and suddenly feeling like you cannot get enough air into your lungs. You feel like you have to consciously force yourself to take a deep breath. We call this dyspnea at rest, and it is terrifying. Many seniors blame this on old age or asthma. But in a 30-day mortality window, resting dyspnea is almost always tied to your heart or your kidneys. When your heart's ejection fraction drops, meaning it cannot pump blood forcefully enough, fluid backs up into your lungs. It starts as a tiny tickle in your throat. Then it feels like a heavy weight on your chest. According to the American Heart Association, unexplained shortness of breath at rest is often the very first sign of acute decompensated heart failure, a condition that can be fatal within days if that fluid is not drained. If you are sitting completely still and you feel like you are suffocating, call 911. Your lungs are filling with fluid and you are running out of time. Sign number 3. The complete loss of thirst. Sign number 3. You suddenly have zero desire to drink water. As we age, our natural thirst mechanism naturally dulls. That is normal. But if you go an entire day or 2 days and the thought of drinking a glass of water actually makes you feel nauseous, your body is entering a critical danger zone. In seniors, severe dehydration doesn't just make you thirsty, it destroys your kidneys. When you stop drinking water, your blood becomes thick. Your blood pressure drops dangerously low. Your kidneys, which are the filters of your body, dry up and suffer acute kidney injury, AKI. Once the kidneys stop filtering, toxins build up in your blood rapidly. Within a matter of weeks, this uremic poisoning will shut down your heart. Pinch the skin on the back of your hand. If it stays tented up and doesn't snap back immediately, you are severely dehydrated. Look at your urine. If it is dark orange or brown, your kidneys are screaming for help. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. If you have lost the urge to drink entirely, your internal chemistry is failing. You need intravenous fluids and you need blood work done today. Sign number 4. Sudden, unexplained confusion, delirium. Waking up confused, not knowing where you are, or suddenly experiencing visual hallucinations. If a 75-year-old suddenly starts speaking nonsensically, what does the family immediately think? Oh no, it's Alzheimer's, it's dementia. Listen to me very carefully. Dementia takes years to develop. It is a slow, gradual fading of memories. If confusion, agitation, or personality changes happen suddenly, over a matter of hours or days, that is not dementia. That is delirium. And delirium is a massive medical emergency. In seniors over 60, sudden delirium is almost always caused by one of 2 fatal things. First, a silent urinary tract infection, UTI, that has entered the bloodstream and become sepsis. The infection crosses the blood-brain barrier and literally poisons the brain. Sepsis can kill a healthy adult in less than 48 hours. Second, a series of silent mini-strokes, TIAs, starving the brain of oxygen. If your spouse, your parent, or you yourself suddenly feel completely disoriented, cannot remember the year, or start seeing things that aren't there, do not wait to see if they sleep it off. They are in an acute neurological crisis. Get them to an emergency room immediately. Sign number 5. Unexplained fainting, syncope, the one I asked you to stay for. You are standing in the kitchen or walking to the mailbox, and without any warning, you wake up on the floor. No dizziness beforehand, no blurry vision, no warning, just lights out. Most seniors over 60 will brush this off. They will say, "I must not have eaten enough today. My blood sugar must have dropped," or "I stood up too fast." Do not lie to yourself. In cardiology, a sudden drop attack without warning is called syncope, and it is the #1 warning sign of a lethal cardiac arrhythmia called ventricular tachycardia, or a severe blockage in the heart called aortic stenosis. Here is the terrifying reality published in the New England Journal of Medicine. When a senior experiences unexplained syncope caused by a cardiac issue, their risk of sudden cardiac death within the next 30 days skyrockets. Your heart essentially stopped beating properly for a few seconds, cutting off all blood to your brain, causing you to collapse. When you hit the floor, gravity forced blood back to your brain and you woke up. You didn't just faint, you survived a rehearsal for sudden cardiac arrest. If you pass out and wake up on the floor, you do not go lay down on the couch. You call an ambulance. Your heart electrical system is failing, and the next time it happens, it may not restart. Sign number 6. Severe pitting edema. Sudden, massive swelling in your feet, ankles, and legs. Swollen ankles after a long car ride? Normal. Waking up to find that your legs are so swollen they look like tree trunks, Your skin feels tight and shiny, and when you press your thumb into your shin, it leaves a deep indent that stays there for minutes. That is called pitting edema, and it is a blaring siren from your cardiovascular system. When your heart is failing or your liver is suffering from cirrhosis, they can no longer pump fluid upward against gravity, so the water pools in your lower extremities. But here is why this means you are in a 30-day danger window. That fluid doesn't stay in your legs forever. If left untreated, the water level in your body will continue to rise. It will move into your abdomen, a condition called ascites, and eventually it will move into your lungs, drowning you from the inside out. If you cannot fit into your shoes, or if you press your finger into your ankle and the dent remains, your body is trapping water. You likely need a prescription diuretic and an echocardiogram immediately. Sign number 7, the terminal fatigue. A profound, crushing fatigue that sleep does not fix. I hear this all the time. Dr. Vance, I'm just so tired lately. But the fatigue I am warning you about is different. It is a cellular exhaustion. It is the inability to lift a spoon to feed yourself. It is needing to sit down and rest halfway through brushing your teeth. It is a level of exhaustion where lifting your own arm feels like lifting a 50-pound weight. When your body enters the final 30 days of systemic failure, your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, begin to shut down. Your blood is no longer carrying enough oxygen. Your hemoglobin is dropping. You are not just tired. Your biological battery is running out. Do not accept this. Do not let anyone tell you this is just because you are 70 or 80 years old. Profound fatigue is a clinical symptom of severe anemia, advanced heart disease, or hidden cancers. It demands a full blood panel immediately. If you are watching this and you recognize these signs in yourself or your spouse, I know your heart might be racing right now. I know the fear that comes with realizing your body or the body of someone you love is struggling. But I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to hear me, not just as a physician, but as a man of faith. Knowledge is not a reason to fear. Knowledge is a divine tool. It is the wisdom we use to protect the temples we have been given. We go to the doctor, we run the tests, we take the medicine, we do everything in our human power to heal. But we do not carry the burden of the final outcome. Because the Bible tells us in Psalm chapter 90, verse 12, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Every day you wake up is a gift. The number of your days is already known, held safely in the hands of the Creator. You do not have to live in terror of tomorrow. You do your part. You advocate for your health, and then you rest in His peace. That is not giving up. That is the ultimate strength. Here is exactly what I want you to do today. Step 1. Do not dismiss these 7 signs. If you have them, write them down on a piece of paper. Step 2. Call your primary care doctor and demand an appointment this week. When you go in, ask for 3 specific things: a comprehensive metabolic panel, CMP, to check your kidneys and liver, a BNP blood test to check for heart failure, and an EKG to check your heart's electrical rhythm. Step 3. If your doctor brushes you off and says, "You're just getting older," find a new doctor. You are the CEO of your own health. If this video opened your eyes today, please do not keep this information to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a sister, or a neighbor over 60. You might just be the reason they make a phone call that saves their life this week. Hit the subscribe button, because next week I am releasing a video on the 5 common blood pressure medications that are silently damaging senior kidneys and what you should ask your doctor about instead. Leave a comment below. Tell me where you are watching from and which of these 7 signs surprised you the most. I read every single one. I'm Dr. Ryan Vance. Stay informed, stay healthy, and remember, you are never walking this journey alone. God bless.